You think trains are slow and predictable? These moments will change your mind. Everything you see here was caught on camera. Welcome to UnrealX Moment. The video shows a tense moment when a police vehicle failed to clear the tracks and collided with a train at a rail crossing.
Oh, it's bad. It's gonna hit it. He's gonna hit it. He's gonna hit it. He's gonna hit it. Oh my God.
On the tracks, any obstruction, intentional or not, leads to the same outcome. Fortunately, the driver was able to exit the vehicle before the train arrived.
You don't, another train coming. No, I'm just kidding. Ooh, that's a Range Rover too. That's not good.
Wait, it might not even hit the ground.
It is!
Oh my God! Are you guys okay?
While staged for a television show and performed by professionals, the demonstration still serves as a clear example of the dangers posed by railway tracks. The camera captured a collision between two trains on the eastern end of the Edson subdivision. Fortunately, the incident caused no derailment and no one was injured. Slow does not mean safe, and crossing the tracks with a train approaching is never a smart decision. A night of drinking doesn't always end with you waking up in bed. Sometimes it's on the tracks like this.
Товарищ, а чё это вы здесь сидите нахуй? На путях, блядь.
Facing off with a train is never a good idea, but this man clearly thought otherwise. A close-up look at wheel replacement on Wisconsin and Southern Railroad. Steel wheels must remain round, and when flat spots occur, often caused by cars being dragged with the brakes applied, replacement is essential to prevent track damage and wheel failure.
Hey, you want something? What?
The return of Rio Grande Southern No. 20 to the Durango and Silverton line quickly captured widespread interest. Here's how the Golden Pass Express seamlessly changes track gauge from meter gauge to standard gauge using Stadler panoramic cars with adjustable bogie technology. Overcrowding looks very different around the world. Rooftop riders in India and station staff pushing commuters into packed trains in Japan. A railway bridge fire near Globe, Arizona was swiftly contained thanks to aerial firefighting support. This is a simulated collision organized by Aberdeen, Carolina and Western Railroad, intended to educate the public about the dangers of traffic and rail crossings. Once a vehicle is trapped on the tracks, a collision is often unavoidable. The driver was left with no choice but to watch as it happened. Another incident was also captured on camera in the Gomel region, Russia. Despite an oncoming train, a car in Moscow, Russia took the risk and crossed the tracks, resulting in a near-instant collision. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. One careless second on the tracks turned the car into an unwilling opponent of the train. No one was injured, but the cost of that mistake was clear. Rail tracks leave no room for mistakes, and this incident is a clear warning to anyone who underestimates the rails and traffic laws. This moment serves as a powerful reminder to follow traffic laws. Trains never yield, and even a small mistake can come at a heavy cost. Footage shows a locomotive suffering a severe wheel slip, which led to a turbocharger malfunction and a fire. Thankfully, emergency teams responded quickly and contained the situation. It's hard to believe a steam locomotive can reach speeds like this. Does this sight surprise you as well? At 100 miles per hour, the legendary Britannia proves what steam engineering was truly capable of, slicing through Newton Street Low. Sometimes even those that seem unstoppable on the rails struggle against weather conditions like this. For me, waiting a few extra minutes is far better than putting myself in danger, but this driver clearly didn't see it that way. If saving a few seconds means breaking the rules and putting yourself at risk, I don't think it's worth it. If that were you, would you do the same? What began as a small mistake turned into a tense moment when the car became trapped on the tracks. Yet all passengers exited safely and the train passed without a collision. Cars getting stuck on railroad tracks isn't unheard of, but seeing someone actually drive along the tracks like this is something else entirely. This is a common winter phenomenon during frost and icy conditions caused by brief interruptions in electrical contact, forcing the current to seek the shortest path and creating the lightning-like spark we see. A fire involving several freight cars was reported in Magdeburg, Sudenburg, but thankfully no injuries or harm were reported. I was stunned to see tracks this uneven, and even more impressed that the train rolled through without a single issue. Railroad tracks are not a place to gamble with your safety, and hopefully this serves as a wake-up call for anyone who still takes them lightly. This is a clear reminder of why taking risks on railroad tracks is never worth it, and why traffic laws matter so much. Rounding a tight curve, the Heisler locomotive lost traction as coastal morning fog left the rails slippery, a common challenge on the day's first trip. Footage from South Greenville shows the aftermath of a Norfolk Southern intermodal train derailment. Cargo safety is essential, as seen at Matveyevskaya station in Moscow, where a dislodged beam ended up blocking the track, though fortunately only material damage was reported. Some cars clearly have bigger ambitions, like becoming trains. Let's take a moment to enjoy the stunning scenery along this route. And don't forget to subscribe for more journeys like this. Road warning signals can sometimes fail, which is why extra caution while driving is essential to avoid situations like this. Fortunately, no one was injured, but it's a serious lesson for drivers. In Oakland, a truck became stuck on the tracks and was later involved in a collision with a train. A fire broke out, but emergency crews responded immediately, and the situation was quickly brought under control. This was a controlled, staged collision between a train and a car, intended to demonstrate the dangers of rail crossings. This is a striking piece of footage showing military experiments on train derailment and rail sabotage conducted in 1944. Video footage shows a Seoul subway train on fire, prompting passengers to evacuate the area as emergency procedures were carried out. This is not an uncommon phenomenon on diesel locomotives, typically originating from the engine compartment or the exhaust area on the roof, resulting in scenes like this. Railway tracks are never a place for complacency, even if you're familiar with them. Remember that before learning the lesson the hard way. Am I the only one noticing how this train seems to be rocking back and forth while in motion? This is what the Mauritania train looks like from the suburbs near Ben Amira. A closer look at powerful locomotives moving steadily through snowy conditions. In Svigliano, the camera recorded a collision between a train and a truck stuck on the tracks, with the driver safely out beforehand. Not only motor vehicles, a delivery robot in Miami, Florida also became stuck on the tracks due to a malfunction. Sometimes saving a single second doesn't help at all. It only brings trouble closer. This time, no one was injured. Slow doesn't always mean safe, and this minor collision proved it, though the low speed helped the situation end without injuries. During rail grinding, Lorem machines can generate sparks capable of starting fires, especially in dry climates, though such fires are typically addressed quickly.
Smells of sparks. Holy sh**. Yep.
Footage shows the site where a freight train derailed along the north coastline between Tinley Manor and Groutville stations. Sometimes heroes don't wear capes. Cameras captured the moment a 6.5 magnitude earthquake shook the metro system in Guerrero, Mexico, forcing operations to stop for over 40 minutes. In China, this public train allows rural farms to bring their livestock on board, turning them into some very special passengers. Even though rails are built to last, constant train loads and stress wear them down over days. Time, making periodic maintenance and eventual replacement essential for safety and efficiency. UnrealX Moment takes you along stunning railway routes where engineering meets natural beauty. It may look like flames, but it's actually a track switch heater that keeps the points from freezing in cold weather. At the Linton and Lynmouth Cliff Railway in North Devon, a clever water balance system fills the upper car with water while emptying the lower one, allowing gravity to pull one car down and lift the other up. Experience the thrill of climbing a staggering 52-degree, 128% incline across open terrain aboard the world's steepest passenger railway, the Scenic Railway. Gliding over rural tracks on a bamboo platform, Cambodia's bamboo railway turns a humble invention into a one-of-a-kind adventure. A glimpse from the passenger waiting section as the train moves through the depths of winter. This safety technique relies on accurately placed wheel chocks to prevent movement and keep the rail line secure. Who knew your train ticket came with a free shower? A collision was recorded when a train couldn't slow down in time and struck the train ahead, fortunately without causing injuries. The incident occurred in Florida during a test of a new self-driving bus in downtown Orlando, where a minor collision caused slight shaking, but no one was affected. A close-up shows a train making an emergency stop after a malfunctioning rail crossing gate caused a delay. Crossing in front of an approaching train is never a smart choice, yet these vehicles seem to think otherwise. This may be the shortest and fastest Union Pacific train ever recorded. A serious derailment was recorded on camera, though all individuals involved were safely evacuated with no injuries confirmed. This scene was filmed along the railway between Steinerne and Dreiannenhöhe, featuring a Harz narrow-gauge railways locomotive in the Harz Mountains. Here is another view near Bennikenstein, located higher up in the Harz Mountains.
Ahí está el camión atravesado, ya están todos culos, mira. ¡Corran, corran! Ya se bajaron a la verga. ¡Ah! ¡Toda la verga! No mames, güey. Vete a la verga.
A tense moment unfolded as a train collided with a Russian fuel truck, but fortunately, no significant damage was reported. Despite the train approaching, the vehicle recklessly crossed the tracks, making a collision unavoidable. Fortunately, only a few cars derailed and no one was injured. Footage shows a train collision taking place in Halifax, North Carolina. An unexpected uncoupling in McCord's, Michigan sent a 197-car train into an emergency, but quick action by the crew prevented serious consequences. CN train M369 with CN5, 716CN2, 25, 6 for power. Rockets through John F. Scott Road in Kingston's East End. Near the end, a release of air can be heard from the train, and as the tail approaches the last car tips, causing a drawbar break on the third last car. A rare and dramatic moment was captured as lightning struck an Oda-Q line train right before the eyes of local residents in Japan.
うわあ、電車に落ちた。しかもこれ今動画入りました。あ、止まっちゃった。
A major storm pushed several rail cars off a bridge in New Orleans. Reports indicate the cars were not carrying hazardous materials and no injuries were reported. The camera captured the moment a construction crane suddenly collapsed onto a train, creating an extremely tense situation.
เนี่ยรถไฟมาพอดีเหรอ
Despite the raw force of the passing train, the railway workers stand there, seemingly unmoved.
Всегда меня что-то хорошее там ждет.
A tense scene unfolded at Goberdanga railway station in West Bengal when a robed holy man walked in front of a moving train, prompting alarm along the tracks.
একটা পাগলি দেখুন তালদি স্টেশনে ট্রেন দাঁড় করে দিয়েছে।
Ever witnessed something like this? During Sunday night's blizzard, sparks lit up the snow as a Patco train passed near Collingswood Station. Nearly 300 cars long, this enormous train thunders along the rails, creating a rare and unforgettable scene. This is how a vehicle is turned around on the tracks. A vibrant train powered by multiple locomotives in a striking mix of colors. Truly a spectacular sight. Packing 6,400 kilowatts and 300 kilonewtons of tractive force, the 84-ton Class 101 surges from standstill to 140 kilometers per hour in a blistering 20 seconds.
You have to shovel the train out.
As snow accumulated on the rails, New York City subway trains moved slowly while workers cleared the tracks and applied sand for better grip.
Ooh.
Yo, what's up, bro? You do your best, man.
After nearly 2 months out of service, the Alpha X Shinkansen test train returned to the rails, racing at speeds of up to 350 kilometers per hour and casting a golden blur along the tracks. Traveling at 62 miles per hour over a stretch of track with severely worn rail joints. This is how subway tracks switch directions. Have you ever witnessed it in person? Captured here is PMD 3-166 fire unit number 405. Departing siding 16 en route to production site 3 along the Pischalski Peat Company's narrow gauge railway. This is the Cooperstown and Charlotte Valley Railroad Railfan Day, held in 2017. Let's take a look at Mohawk, Adirondack, and Northern Locomotive number 2456, an Alco C425 built in 1964, hauling an OF Jordan fertilizer spreader northbound on the 45-mile Utica to Leon's Falls Branch in New York. New York, Susquehanna, and Western operated a snow-clearing train on the 23-mile Utica-Sangerfield branch, tackling the steep 1.8% Paris Hill grade, with footage recorded at multiple historic locations while along the route. The 6-inch Savage Little Samson locomotive, Gavroche, makes an impressive appearance while operating on Guilford High Street. An interesting moment as two trains emerge from the Gallatin Tunnel at the same time. In Simonson, trains stop at the old platform to conduct a crew change, allowing engineers to rest before the train continues in the opposite direction. The train charges through Bosworth at speeds of up to 72 miles per hour, creating a truly impressive moment. If you enjoy rail content like this, don't forget to subscribe for more. North of Chama, the rotary OY is put to work clearing a thin, early-season snow cover.
Headlights nice and warm. Yeah.
Join the ride aboard the locomotive as it clears the tracks after a snowstorm that left up to 24 inches of snow in parts of Ohio.
I like how we got that V out there. Yeah, it's like our own V plow.
A breathtaking and almost unreal moment as two trains pass each other, perfectly captured from an aerial perspective. A similar moment was also captured on camera along the Williams Loop rail line. A fast intermodal freight train passes a stopped freight train while rounding a curve. Locomotives aren't always ready to run, and this is how an EMDSW9 is started from cold.
As the condensed water in the cylinders. Open that door so they don't get out.
This is an AT self-propelled vehicle inspecting track equipment on the Yokohama line. White Pass 73 rolls toward Bridge 57A on the legendary White Pass and Yukon route. The first Metro trains of the day pushed through snowbanks left behind by plows along the Union Pacific North and Milwaukee District North lines. The first Metro trains of the day pushed through snowbanks left behind by plows along the Union Pacific North and Milwaukee District North lines. Through swirling snow and frozen rails, Amtrak, Metra, and CP keep America's rail network moving. Intercity 2 with Class 147 and twin-decks double-deck coaches on the Stuttgart Wild Park Panorama Line helping preserve the historic Gäubahn corridor during Stuttgart 21. Reading and Northern Railroad locomotive number 2102 passes Miller's Crossing on the morning of February 14th during the Valentine's Day Ramble excursion. Reading and Northern Railroad steam locomotive 2102 pulls into Jim Thorpe, marking another memorable stop along its excursion journey. Canadian Pacific Kansas City Locomotive 929 operates in a widely seen C6M consist arrangement, a common power configuration on the system. South of Riverdale Station in the Bronx, New York City, Metro North, Railroad Train 809 meets Train 836, their vibrant paint schemes standing out beautifully against the quiet winter scenery. The silent heroes behind every safe train journey. As the Hollister Local rolls across the Pajaro River Bridge, the crew quickly applies the brakes to prevent a collision with a deer that has wandered onto the tracks. M8 railcars have appeared on the Hudson Line and Harlem Line to replace the M3A and M7A trains during this prolonged cold spell, as all transportation providers in the region are doing their best to maintain service and resolve technical issues. These are the kind of tracks you'd never expect to still be in use today. Respect the tracks, respect the power. Subscribe now and stay with UnrealX Moments.